What happens to real estate during a recession? Does a recession mean a real estate crash? Does a recession mean a real estate bubble? Do home prices go up or down when the entire economy is collapsing? Well, the answer to these questions are shocking and surprising, and that's what we're talking about today. Let's go.
Noel. Yeah, she can fix that. You gotta get it done, no, you need to do it better. Well, she can fix that, yeah, she can fix that. Investment to get back, trying to get a big stack. She can fix that, let's fix that.
I want to clearly explain why 82% of all millionaires say that recessions are opportunities. I'm going to share with you 6 hidden opportunities that only exist before or during a recession. And I'm going to share with you the real reason that real estate goes crazy during a recession. And it is not what you think. As you know, real estate is the #1 way to wealth. Real estate has created more millionaires than all industrial investments combined. This was said by Andrew Carnegie over 100 years ago, and it is still true to this day. Real estate creates millionaires, not the other way around. Most people think that you have to be a millionaire in order to invest in real estate. And people think that you have to have lots of money and that the economy is good. That's when the real estate market is good. But these are all things that are just not true. Real estate is the #1 way to wealth, but you do not need a vibrant real estate market in order to make money in real estate. So much money can be made in real estate during recessions and even before recessions, because recessions create so much opportunity in real estate. Real estate creates rents, royalties, tax deductions, and so many other benefits. In fact, the housing market is the #1 driver to the US economy. Real estate is the way to go, but real estate and recessions have a crazy relationship. Let me explain. A recession is marked by 2 consecutive quarters of a downturn in the economy. Meaning, if there is 6 months where your gross domestic product is in decline, we are said to be in a recession. Recessions are marked by job loss, high unemployment rates, and economic declines. Usually when there is a recession, banks will stop lending money. Therefore, businesses will have less access to capital, which means they have to either downsize their companies or they have to sell less product, and they have to be more stringent in what they're doing. So many people get laid off during recessions, which means many people lose their income. Once people start losing their income, the economy goes into free fall. People will stop paying their bills, people will start losing their homes, things will start to go haywire, and people won't be able to feed themselves or buy things, and that's why the entire economy starts to go into decline. An economy that is in decline continues to go into further decline once we're in a recession and job loss increases. Recessions create a lot of job loss, and that is a major issue. Let's talk about that. Recessions create opportunities. Recessions create opportunities because as people are starting to lose their jobs, they often lose their homes, which means that people can pick them up as distressed assets. Distressed assets are assets that you can pick up for less than what they are actually valued at. Meaning, if someone is behind on their mortgage payment, for example, they may be willing to sell their home for what they owe on it, not what it's worth, just so they can get from under the mortgage payments. This often happens when someone loses their job and their income because they no longer can afford the house that they live in. Once they can't afford the house that they live in, it is the #1 thing to do is to sell that asset. And you sell it as a distressed item because you need to sell it quickly because you don't have much time. This creates an amazing opportunity for people that are looking to pick up distressed assets. Distressed assets can be homes, businesses, inventory, and so many other things that have value, but you're able to buy them for less than the value. This is an opportunity for you because someone else is losing value, but you are gaining their value.
Hey, you, are you enjoying this content? Please make sure you click that like button and please subscribe to my channel. We are going to 1 million viewers. I need your help. So please subscribe to this channel and help me get there. We are growing fast and I appreciate you so much. And also don't forget to comment below with your best things about this video. Tell me what video you want me to make because I read the comments and I am going to make the videos that you want me to make. Well, the ones that I want to make anyway. All right, let's get it.
Most people see recessions as a terrible thing because most of us are on the side where we are giving away our assets at a loss. In fact, this is exactly what happened to Noel Randall in 2008 and 2009. I ended up losing everything after I lost my job. I had to move into my parents' basement. I was bankrupt, had bad credit, multiple foreclosures, and no job or income. This meant I lost everything and I needed to move back in with my parents. Therefore, all of the homes that I owned, the home that I live in, the houses that I was flipping, I needed to either go back to the bank or I had to sell them at a loss. This created a major opportunity for investors that picked up those assets. It was a major downfall for me, but it was an amazing opportunity for the investor that picked it up. So let's talk about how you can be the investor that picks up the distressed assets and not the one losing it like I was. The reason why real estate goes down in value during a recession is not the reason that you think. Most people think that so many people have lost their jobs that everyone is selling the homes in their neighborhoods at a loss, and that is making the housing market go down. Well, that is one of the factors. However, the bigger factor is that the supply and demand ratio is off. You all know that in economics, there's a concept called supply and demand. For example, when supply is low and demand is high, prices are up because more people want the supply than is available, so it increases the prices. But what happens when the supply is high and the demand is low? Well, that's what happens during a recession. So many people in the economy are losing their jobs, losing their incomes, that they begin selling their properties, creating more supply than there is demand, and this will cause the prices to go down. Most people think it's due to the job losses and companies closing down, but that's really not the case. It's just an imbalance in supply and demand. But the bigger opportunity in the recession market when it comes to real estate is that you can start picking up those properties and even just taking over the payments. You don't even necessarily have to buy the property from the person in order to get that asset from them. Because they are struggling to pay the mortgage, they've lost their job, they're going through bankruptcy, divorce, or whatever that financial distress may be, they are in a situation where they will often let you lease the property for them for a low price, or they will let you buy the property subject to, meaning you can buy the home, get the deed to the property, and leave the existing financing in place. Meaning I can buy a home and leave the mortgage in the seller's name. I can do this legally and ethically, and in fact, I created a portfolio of more than 40 rental properties doing this exact same thing. Because when people are losing their jobs and their income, they don't have as many options. And like I said, the supply is high and the demand is low, meaning there's not as many buyers as there are sellers. So it's a buyer's market. I can negotiate with sellers at a much higher level, and I can negotiate deals where I don't have to pay them all of the money up front because they need to get from under that mortgage payment. So if I am able to pay that mortgage payment, then I get that asset. Recessions are amazing to be able to negotiate deals and start to bargain with sellers. They are not in a position of power. Buyers have the power because buyers are in demand. So here's what you can do to get ready for a recession. Start getting financing now. So many people wait till the recession already hits or wait till they lose their job for them to start applying and asking for funding. The absolute worst thing that you can do is start applying for loans when you need them. I know this sounds crazy, but the best thing to do is apply for loans, credit cards, and lines of credit when you do not need them. It's ironic, but banks like to lend to people that don't need the money, and they don't lend to people that need the money. If you wait till you need it, where you need the money to pay the bills, or you need the money because you're behind on something, well, guess what? The bank is not going to give it to you. But if you start getting funds now before the recession happens, before you lose your job, or before anyone is impacted, you can actually secure an opportunity for yourself that when the opportunity comes with the recession, you have capital to get those distressed assets. This is an amazing plan. You just have to be thinking proactively. Start fixing your credit right now. Start applying for loans that you don't need. Start stocking away cash so that when the opportunities come, you're ready. Have you ever wanted to talk to me or my team? Well, go to callnoel.com, fill out a quick application, and get on the phone with me and my team. Callnoel.com is an easy application and gives you direct access to me and my coaches. That's 𝗡𝗢𝗹𝗹 Noel, NOELLE.com. Callnoel.com. Fill out the application and get on the phone with me and my team. Ask your questions, get your answers, and move yourself to that next level. We want to help. Callnoel.com. I just want to make sure that you have all of the resources, all of the tools, and all of the knowledge that you need to be successful. This is Noel. to your success.